effort to parse the growing split in MAGA over the America's Second War in Iran, non-resident scholar Laura Loomer has concluded that those opposed to the war suffer from Israel derangement syndrome. She also decried them as the Woke Reich. "We don't mind being a Reich, but we are religiously unwoke," said a disgruntled MAGA dude currently residing in my imagination. But 57% of Repubs under 50 now look at Israel as a side dish they didn't order. Loomer is not impressed, saying she has lost friends over her support for the Jewish Supreme State. "For my part, my cousins have also lost friends over their support of Israel. They lost, how to put this delicately, me. Some have warned of a communist Islamic takeover of America, which might not be much of an improvement over the Christian fascist one." A side note, more important perhaps than any of this, is that Loomer told Trump he would probably be the last pro-Israel president ever. Trump retorted, "You're right." Then again, Trump called Biden a Palestinian. So I guess it's all relative.
Everywhere I go, I hear the same old refrain. Yankee, go home. It doesn't even rhyme. But don't worry about it. We make ourselves at home pretty much wherever we go.
Not to be outdone, the Democrat-ish Party Congressional Campaign Committee has taken to endorsing candidates in the Dem primaries. This unprecedented attack on party voters shows they have learned nothing from the Janet millstone around their necks. Are they endorsing the candidates they think will win, or the ones they think will obey? Center-right goons, for sure. Progressives are too scary. So, if Hakeem don't like it, we'll just have to rock the Kasbah, innit? Pro- and anti-genocide demonstrators have clashed outside a Manhattan synagogue, where Palestinian land is being sold to New York Jewish settler colonists. Protesters chanted, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free," which some say they view as a call for violence. Yes and no. Freedom requires resistance to oppression, which is in itself violence. Funny how that works. The ability of people to safely access a house of worship must be protected. But dig, when a house of worship becomes a house of worship, an outlet for retail high crimes, e.g. selling stolen land, maybe it is not so sacrosanct. In fact, those who do not try to stop these crimes may later be charged as accessories. So watch yourself and get out there and block the worship. Colson Whitehead says your love bot, you don't have one yet, is powered by data slop houses of mediocrity, and your orgasms are measured in metric tons of melted glacier. I would have said it more genteelly, but then no one would listen. No-bid contracts are a marker of efficient corruption, none more so than the Lincoln Memorial pool that now reflects narcissism at full force. The precipitous paint job is justified by its urgency, namely a very strong feeling that he felt like it. On the plus side, it's not painted red. On the negative, everything else. A new American history class, clean version, in Florida, will compete with the existing advanced placement courses. It advances a more conservative take on the history of genocide. Conservative, time speak for genocidal. The question, says the balanced middle-of-the-road American Enterprise Institute, is whether we are a good special place or a fundamentally imperfect place. Imperfect, Enterprise speak for genocidal. The new course does cover the Trail of Tears and Japanese internment, but treats them as aberrations. Other aberrations include slavery, Jim Crow, repression of women's rights, and lynching. So yes, other countries do some of these things, but we are exceptional, if not good and special. Overall, the course offers little on indigenous history, as history is written by the genocidaires. All of which raises a question: why do people need to feel their country is great and their past even greater? Has no one ever thought of striving to improve a society? Is there some kind of obstacle to such exploration? Are the poor always with us? And worse, the rich too? I don't know the answer, but the question will be on the quiz. In plush toy news, the formerly adorable Russian cartoon character / doll / in-action figure Cheburashka has been condemned by Alexander Dugin, the Curtis Yarvin of Russia, as late Soviet brain rot. Dugin warned that God will curse us for cuddling with it. Further, he blamed Chebby for destroying the Soviet Union. A Duma member further charged that Cheb is Jewish, and as it happens, its creator and its cartoon director, in fact, are. The New York Times has kindly presented a brief history of U.S. military action in Latin America, omitting Guatemala, El Salvador, and the Contras, as those were all proxies whose atrocities we merely funded and/or trained. The paper of record said the history was replete with about-faces, contradictions, and missteps. About-faces, contradictions, and missteps. Time speak for lies. And coups.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do to someone else's country. Thank you.
Epic Führer's bud, Larry Ellison, and his son, David, now own Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart, with some Gulf coin tossed into the mix. John Oliver will be their next Warneristic acquisition. Then we'll have to do our own seditious comedy.